I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief...
Good evening, folks. It's been a little while, but we're back once again with good old Jackie Boyd. Our resident Cassanova chatting up the new DA or DA's apprentice. A woman half his age. Oh yeah.
And you appeared in the night, just a shadow, barely inside.
Purdy cannot die. Oh, I've warned you guys, if she does fall, the LP is done, or the LP stream, poof, is done. I'm turning it off. Turning it off in horror. And it will forever remain a mystery how the game will end. So yes, from what I can remember from the last session, we had a reasonable session, did pretty well. And on the very last call of the last day of the stream, almost inexplicably, people died. Don't know how it happened. Cannot explain it. It just did. What would I do if Purdy decides to testify? Do not ask me such taxing questions. I dare not think of such things happening. I will not be held responsible for my actions. It's very nice music, don't get me wrong, but we really must crack on. We've got things to do. We've got criminals to chop down with our batons and stuff. Everybody hates us. Yeah, City Hall hates us. The police station no doubt hate us because we give nobody any time off. It's just the way. It's just the way it is. So what music are we having today? Well, my friends, I have it ready and prepared. Stand by. Turn it down a touch. There we go. A bit more Divinity. Divinity Original Sin, the first one. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. The mayor apparently is about to bring law and order to the police station. I'd like to see him try. Old Jack Boyd starting his car to the sound of Divinity. Gets the juices flowing in the morning. I've got tickets to go watch a filming of a TV show. Can I have the day off? No, you can't. TV show? What do you think this is? There's a big sale going on. It's 50% off. No. I drank too much. Can I go home? Yes, you can. Because I don't want you killing people when you get behind the wheel. My brother went hiking, has disappeared. I want to go help with the search. Can I have the day? No. Mountain Rescue are doing the job very well. No. I was going to say, why do we have a distinct lack of officers? Because there's two lines. Okay, so we have a promotion opportunity here. We have a promotion opportunity. Is Purdy a 3-striper yet? Can't remember. There's nobody on this team that I think really floats my boat, you know what I mean? Maybe Robbins. Should we have Robbins usurp Prado as the chief of this shift? If we give him when he gets, I think he gets an extra 50 experience. That'll take him to 10-20. Still a bit of a way behind. Okay, so we'll wait till the next shift happens just to cast our eye, see what's going on. Yancey, in fact, Yancey is a long-term member. Yancey and Robbins, good old dynamic duo and all that. Perhaps. But yeah, we'll see what crops up in the other shift. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it seems to be quite popular, doesn't it? At work we have like, is it Yammer? We've got Microsoft. What's it called? Office? No, Microsoft. What's the name of it? Office 365, I think it's called. And I think you get Yammer as part of the different apps you get with that sort of thing. So it's like a social media platform for just internally. When people have created loads of different groups. Some are work-based, some are not. And one of them is a gaming group, which I've subscribed to rather, unsurprisingly. And yeah, a lot of people are talking about this bloody Goose Game. I'm like, I've played that. Had a good old, right old honking time, It's a good start to the day, isn't it? We walk into the office, determined to have a good day today, good few days, good week or two. You know what? I'm ready to have a swan off into my retirement. $22,000 is all I need, and boom, somebody has complained against you. You've been investigated. Did we fire somebody illegally? I thought it might be. Just have it taken down a touch. But it's loud in my ears, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What did we do? We need a snitch to tell us who it is, though. Oh, it's getting too complicated here. It's getting too complicated. Is this going to cost us money? I'm trying to save up for a bloody retirement here. Who has done this to us? So we got Officer Ashiro, Officer Ozaki, Dennis Class, none of Asian officers. Just in case. I like the name. Just in case. 700. Yeah. Shift A, Shift B. Any preferences? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think Shift B could do with a bit of extra help. Let's take him for Shift B. Right, let's have a look. Shift A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think Shift B are an officer down. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, why have they got 2 more? In fact, both of you guys go to Shift B now. Thank you very much. Oh, because people died. Why are they 2 officers down? Because they're dead. Oh yes, I forgot about that. So replacement officers pop up out of the ether. Oshiro and Ozaki, welcome to the team. Purdy will run you through your paces just to get you accustomed. You know, people come into work and they have like an induction. It's usually quite low key, isn't it? You find your feet, you read the documentation, you sign your contract, and you do whatever you need to do. Oh, not on this shift, my friends. It's a baptism of fire, with the sort of emphasis on the fire part. Right, one more day till we can request something. Not that that's going to be any use to us at all, because I've lost my train of thought. Right, apparently we can do some stuff. Hire a snitch. Find out which of your employees plans to testify. Only costs 2,500. But we can't do it. But it costs 12,000 to shut them up. Unless we sack them first, of course. Which we can do with the church, or is it Atticus Corps? Safe firing. So we can find out who's testifying and then fire them. And that'll cost us about 4 grand in total. I'd call that a bargain. It's probably one of those moaning minis. He didn't give me the day off because my brother's lost in the woods and he's nasty chief. He didn't give me the time off I asked for. Therefore, obviously, he's breached regulations. Hostage situation. To business. We'll have to let the other stuff run on the background. We'll keep an eye on the situation. It's going to be one of those days, I think. Going to be one of those days. Very busy. Maurice Brown, at the hospital, frequently visits the intensive care unit since his daughter had an accident 2 days ago. Well, this time, after talking with the doctor, Maurice drew a pistol and took several attendants hostage. How will anyone go until you stupid lazy pigs start doing something about my daughter? Suggests it's not a false call. A SWAT team required. Oh, hell. Right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go with 6 officers for this one. So, Prado, of course. Good old cautious, prattling man that he is. Also taking Song and Gorshkov. Taking all the elite people to make up for his own failings. He's one of those kind of guys, you know, surrounds himself with the competent people so he makes himself look good, you know. And we'll take a couple of the, some of the lesser officers as well. We'll take, I love that name, Mazza. Hey up, Mazza. Get stuck in, love. Right, so 6 officers, all very competent, and a SWAT team. Should be plenty to deal with an armed man in the hospital holding the medical staff hostage.
311 in progress.
Oh, massive fight. Hang fire. Hang fire. So we've got vandalism. I want to report 3 ghouls who came and painted the wall of my house, covering all my graffiti. I spent okay. We ain't going to that. We have no choice. A scheduled rally at the mayor's office. Animal rights advocates were pelted by 5 decapitated chickens. Presumably flown. I can't even speak. Presumably thrown by slaughterhouse employees in counter-protest. Massive fight broke out and involved armed men. There's been several people wounded. Well, we're going to have to take the rest of the crew then, aren't we? Nothing else we can do other than split them in half, really. 2 big jobs. 2 big jobs to start the shift. Nice. I think we should have both incidents covered. Hostage situation. No need to bother us. I mean, with the look at the talent there, I mean, was there any need to disturb us? Hell no. Robbins, Yancey, Song, Gorbachev, wading on in, taking down this mad. But obviously he's a bit, you know, he's a bit disturbed. He's got a young one in intensive care. He's not thinking straight. Managed to sort it out very nicely. In fact, managed to negotiate and talk the man down. No violence had to erupt, thankfully. Could have been quite dangerous. Mind you, if people got injured, we were in the right place, you know? Just wheel them into the next ward. Vandalism? Of course, was a false call.
Officer on scene.
Massive fights, massive fights. Officer Chanot in charge. A huge crowd of people are beating each other with bats, batons, and dead chickens. Shoot the dead chicken. Dive into the crowd and arrest anyone carrying a dead animal. Throw tear gas grenades into the crowd. Is that it? Yeah, tear gas. If in doubt, just lob tear gas in. That'll put a stop to this damn charade.
311 complete.
Going in! Ah! Yeah, and then once they've all clutching their eyes and couldn't resist the urge just to pick up a couple of chickens and beat a few people with them for a laugh. I mean, it's the 80s, so there's no such thing as selfies. But you know, if it was a thing back then, you know, a couple of chicken slaps, quick selfie, as you're slapping a prisoner with a chicken. Drug sales in the park and a mass riot, naturally. Okay, so we've received several complaints about a man in the park. Apparently somebody believes he's selling drugs. Mass riot. A new boutique advertised a sale, and hundreds of people showed up to the event. When the doors opened, the store's visitors rushed in and started a stampede. A fight quickly broke out, and many customers took advantage of the turmoil, fleeing the store without paying for their goods. Right, that's obviously not on. We'll have to deal with that shortly. But for the time being, I think this could be a false call here. Just take Mazza and Prado. Let the boss man. Let the boss man show this newbie how it's done. How to call for backup every 5 minutes. This man looks a bit frightening. Oh, I think I need assistance. Meanwhile, and a bomb threat. Right. Ooh, SWAT team. We'll probably get away with 3 officers there. Mass riot. So we've got the paddy van now back. Right, well we need the dynamic duo, don't we? For a riot. Robbins and Yancey, and fresh from his sort of tear gas launching escapades, John's gonna rock up too. We'll take Fitzsimmons with us and True. No, we won't split up. Is it Truve? No, it's Darnell. Is it Darnell and Underwood? Yeah, look at them. They've got the same professionalism. They look like they should be related. So we won't split them up. So that should be sufficient. Don't corrupt Mazza with Prado. Here we go! Hang fire. Oh, it was a real job, and they got the job done. Well done. Well done. Right. Bomb threat at Atticus Tower. An old man strapped with dynamite walked into the insurance company's offices. He says he's going to blow himself up unless the company immediately pays him everything they owe him. Right, okay. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Whatever. Do you know what? Hey up, Percy. You can lead this one, buddy. Just don't go crawling after people. Nothing silly. Alright? Just do the job that we pay you to do. Commanding Officer Percy. Yeah, exactly. Fills you with confidence, doesn't it? How many people required for this? This is a receiving stolen property job. Big job. Oh my god, seriously? What is this? Mr. Boyd! I had to dismiss one of the assistants who helped me with the hives at my apiary. And in retaliation, he took all my hives to the landfill and stole all my beekeeping suits and other equipment. I need 3 strong men who can pick up the hives from the landfill and who aren't afraid of a few bee stings. I'll owe you one and give your men a year's supply of honey. Tasty.
215 complete.
Mass riot dealt with very efficiently. Need we doubt the credentials of Robbins and Yancey? No, we flipping well don't. Right. How many? Oh. Right, we've got to do this now. Right, Mazza. I mean, look at Gorbachev. He looks like a stout guy. He can pick up some beehives. 2, 1 under each arm. Come on, getting stung. Come on. Right, we need people to come back very quickly. We need a lot of people back. Ooh. We need a lot of people back here. Ah, dead. Dead. We picked our own pocket in terms of a reward over the life of a civilian. Are we becoming corrupt? Boss, everything went fine until Mazza tripped and dropped a beehive. The bees went crazy and swarmed all over her. The poor woman died of anaphylactic shock on the way to the hospital. We got stung, we're going home, and the honey, I never put it in my mouth. She got stung to death. Mazza! Oh my god. Ah, dearie me, Mazza, why? Mazza. I don't believe it. But we got 3 grand out of it. 3 grand for an officer's life. Not a problem, as he puts it in his back pocket. Not a problem. Mr. Boyd, you are getting reckless. In all seriousness, though, I could not think of a. That's probably a lie. You could probably think of a worse way to die, but it must be horrendous. Stung to death by a swarm of bees. Ah, horrible. A homicide in the park. Drowning, yeah. Okay, let's put these thoughts out of our minds, please. It's very grim, very grim indeed. While she was out jogging in the park, the chief of the Freiburg Philanthropies charity fund was shot by a young man in a ski mask. 2 witnesses tried to detain the attacker, but he opened fire, then hid in a public toilet. Yeah, we need big boys for this. We need big boys. We can't have people shooting philanthropists in the street. What is this madness? What is this madness? Truth? Go with the experienced officers. Let them show you how you deal with such ingrates.
412 in progress.
Oh, investigations, you say? Possibly. Maybe. Let's have a look. They're all at home, chilling out, as you do. And these guys are all chilling out at home, as you do. Let's split the troops up a bit. Let's split them up. There's a few people here that aren't doing anything. Alright. So let's split these guys up. Get some work. It's a bit late now, like, but better late than never. Assault with an offensive weapon.
Forecasting.
Homicide. Man dealt with. Nicely done, team. Nicely done. Come back. More work to be done. Assault with an offensive weapon. Passerby noticed a taxi brake abruptly in the curb and saw a fight going on inside. The guy in the back broke through the partition and was shouting something and holding a knife to the driver's throat. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Right, Petska, little Petska looks fresh out of school. And Underwood and Darnell. We don't really need 4, but we'll send them anyway. We'll send them anyway. Homicide report. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Straight away, we put people on the case and we get some slides. Right, investigation then. Let me know, people. Let me know. We have 6 of these slides to fit 4 for receiving stolen property. Isn't one of these a gang? From memory? Do we have enough here? Ooh, okay. Payment. Stu Hayes pays a car thief in cash. Cash. Not in drugs. Right, okay. Yellow tape to mark out the space he'll need. Yellow tape. Reciprocating saw. The cut-up car is disguised as scrap metal, loaded into a truck with a hoist and driven to the rail station. So that's the hoist. That's the marking. Now he pays for it in cash, marks it, cuts it. Boom! Oh, we've got two places to go, but we don't have the relevant officer on shift, so we'll wait on that one. Let's see if have we got enough for the second one? Can make ourselves really busy tomorrow. Homicide. 6 slides. Oh my god, that character, this has got no head. He's got no head. He's put a Halloween, he's put a pumpkin on it. Oh hell, we've got enough. In recent years we've struggled to keep the store open. The location isn't very good. There's not a lot of foot traffic, so not many casual shoppers. Depend a lot on our regulars. The summer is always a loss, but we make up for it during the holiday season, and we always have the best Halloween costumes in town. I bet you do. Jesus. An hour before the estimated time of Mr. Shahak's death, the camera across the street caught only a few people, 2 twin girls, a tall man in a grey coat, and a bearded homeless man searching through garbage cans. He died from a gunshot to the chest. Man comes in, shoots him, cuts his head off, takes him and puts a pumpkin on his head. How sick. How sick. There's only one job for that.
412.
Do you know what? Robbins and Yancey have got this, man. With the SWAT team. They've got it. They've got it. No problemo. Good job, John. Good job. We'll save this for Purdy's shift. She'll blood in some of the newbies with a bit of suspect apprehension duties to blood them in. Oh, we don't need it. We're talking about Robbins and Yancey here. Easy. Robbins and Yancey, not even sweating. Not even sweating. Well done, lads, well done. We have arrested all the suspects. The murderer is caught. Case closed. Sorry about it, love. Sorry about it. Death by 1,000 stings. You've heard of death by 1,000 cuts? By 1,000 stings. Far more painful. Whoa. Hang on.
Well, Jack, who's your favorite right-hand man?
Not you.
Francis Kendrick. But go on.
A very good lawyer. Very good. Invented a way for you to keep your job. Though invented is hardly the word. He has a whole scheme. A big plan. I just had him on the phone. He's so full of ideas I could hardly get off. Believe me, Jack, this guy knows his stuff.
Wow, I do not know what to say, Martin. That's wonderful news. Can I meet him?
Yes, of course. He's not a local. Right now he's in court on the other end of the country, but he'll be with us in 8 or 10 days. When he gets to Freeburg, we'll sit down, the three of us, and we'll work through the details.
Sounds great. And now you want something from me?
Not at all. Yes. No. Well, I mean, part of his plan is a big public campaign for your support. Talk to the press, lots of interviews, maybe even a few street demonstrations.
No.
And it would be nice if your family was there with you. I know you're not talking with your wife, but maybe your children could...
No. Listen. My oldest son and his fiancée have arranged some sort of a trip around the world. A big 7-month tour. His girl's from a wealthy family, so they're taking him with them, along with my younger kids and a few of their friends. They're out there roaming the world, and I'm glad they're away from, well, you know, all of this. They don't even know that I'm getting fired, and I'd like it to stay that way.
Okay, Jack, I thought you might say that. No problem. Oh, it's been a rough day. I think I'll go home and sleep it off.
Martin, wait. Look, you mentioned that you know Laura and me aren't talking, and, well, you think you could help find her?
Jack, I understand that's been hard on you, but I think we should focus on your retirement problem. We finish this, then we'll figure something out, okay? One thing at a time.
I hear what you're saying, Martin, but... Jack Boyd.
Well, Jack, you ready to listen to me ramble for an hour or two? I've had a very busy day.
Almost ready. Bear with me 1 second. Yes, Martin, you're right. One thing at a time. Thanks again. Go home and get some rest. We need your strength.
There's something fishy about this woman.
Now I'm ready.
Jack, there is something fishy about this woman, I'm telling you. Oh, now they've got 2 green thumbs all of a sudden. Slice Pizzeria feeds the homeless. How very noble. I was up all night and I didn't have time to read the ending. No. My kid's been causing trouble. I need to go to school. Can I? No. You've just joined the job, love. No. I drank too much. Yeah. I drank too much as well. I think they're talking amongst themselves. Don't tell him that you read a book, you fool. Tell him you're drunk. He lets you off then. I'm drunk. Yeah, have the day off. Oh, he's one of the Dumb and Dumber team, right? Oh man. Okay, so it's going to be a toss-up between Yancey. I think it's between Yancey and Asano here. Mind you, did it? No, not Asano. No. Wasn't it her fault in the last session? She like screwed 2 jobs in a row up. And then she was on the job where the other people got killed. So I'm blaming you. No promotion for you, love. No. Hell no. So it's going to Yancey then. Oops. Ooh. Fraser Rory turned out to be a member of the gang known as the Pagangsters. Very good. Okay. Ooh, 40 grand. Bit of moolah. We like it, we like it. Let's start to investigate the next person. We need somebody on the job that is capable, willing, and able. Crack on. The employee complaint against you has been passed to the prosecutor for further investigation. Is that so? Is that so? Can we not find out who's testifying? I think we need a snitch for that, don't we? Oh man. What are the repercussions of this? What are the repercussions? Anybody on shift we don't like here? Because they're going to end up dead, aren't they? Well, it's going to have to be the bottom of the... It's going to have to be the bottom of the rung. It's going to have to be the bottom of the rung, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, Vasquez. Bring me a name. Now. Right, Kevin's throat bar. Why has he got... He's going on another job. Hang fire, hang fire, hang fire. I'm getting confused. Oh, a mass riot. Oh, right. I see. Child molestation. Mission from God. No, we're not doing any church missions. They don't pay very well from experience. Right, he's now ready to rock and roll. Let's have a look at this mass riot first. At the penitentiary. Oh, it requires a full squad of officers. The prison air conditioning system stopped working, and the problem might not be sorted out for a few days. Hearing this, the prisoners rioted, beat up the guards, took over their cell block. They've taken several civilians hostage and are threatening to kill them unless the prisoners start getting treated like people. National Guard? You don't need a National Guard. You just need the B team. The entirety of the B team. Almost. Where's the newbies? We were blooding these guys in, weren't we? Right, you're getting blooded in. We'll leave 4 officers behind. Yeah. Purdy will lead the charge. Obi, Azaki? No, it's not you, sorry, it's Ashiro. It's Ashiro. Ashiro and Azaki are the new guys. Come, I'll show you how we do things around here. Put those induction papers down. We don't do paperwork in this office. Let's go. Oh, is that what it was? I should have read this, right? These perverts have started shoving their rotting little syphilitic noses into our affairs. Drugs have freely been sold in the unicorns of Arcadia Gate Club right there in the public toilets. I beg you, send your men undercover and clear this filth out of the city, as the Lord once cleansed Sodom and Gomorrah. Right.
913 is progress.
Hang fire, people. Just chill out. Mrs. Ferguson says a couple of guys have converted the house next door into a storehouse of stolen goods. They're robbing pharmacies and then selling the drugs. An attempted carjacking. A young cashier went out for a smoke and noticed a suspicious black man slinking around a car near the road. Okay, that's a false call. His car is broken down and he's just checking out a burst wheel or something. That's a false call. Breaking and entering. Oh, I love this music. Oh, I love this one. Just going to turn it up a touch, bear with me. Oh, this is brilliant. April Alston heard a man break into her neighbour's apartment and started beating the woman who lives there. She screamed and the man kept on demanding something. I couldn't hear any details. That's real. So there's 2 there. But that's a big job. And the SWAT team as well. What do we do? What do we do?
215 complete.
Mass riot. Fists were flying, batons were flying, everything were flying, and the ne'er-do-wells have been put back in their cells. Hellfire. This is nowhere near enough officers. With no SWAT team either. We can only hope. We can only hope that they call for backup. But Gibbo's on the case. She's a cheap Purdy. She's a Purdy wannabe. She's harsh, she's stern, but can she get the job done? It's gonna be tight. Right, one, that's definitely a false call. Looking for his keys. This wasn't a false call though. Damn and blast. Just shout up, Gibbo, if you need any help. Don't be a martyr. Don't try to be a Purdy. Just shout for assistance. We'll come running.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have
She's
a
in.
situation.
She's on the scene. All the windows are lit up and there's loud music playing. Who's she gone with? Anderson, Obi and Vasquez. Vasquez! Obi! Kick the door down! Poof! The door goes through and there's a guy with a bottle of beer sitting on the sofa. Ooh, watching TV. There's a gun on the nearby table along with a handful of multicoloured pills. I can picture her saying this. Got anything for a headache? I don't have a headache. You do now, son! Boof! And then all of a sudden, 2 men with shotguns jump in from the next room and open fire. Oh hell. Oh hell. in true action movie style, the table, poof, she upturns the table. The duck behind the table, and return fire, peeking over the top. It's like some out of Die Hard, is this? No, better not hide. No, she's flipping the table over. She's flipping it. Poof, the table, the drugs fly everywhere. The guy on the sofa's there after being clubbed on the head. He's out cold.
913.
Oh! Oh, they got away, but we're alive. Gibbo, at least you're alive, love. Good effort, but not good enough. Should have shot to kill, but she was more concerned with with flipping tables over. Oh dear. At least we got the drugs though, right? What more can you ask? Oh, there's a fight. Hang fire, there's a fight. There's a fight in the playground. Oh, 2 young mothers had a falling out over something and they've started to fight, scratching and pulling each other's hair. Come and scramble these crazy chickens, they're scaring my son. I mean, Purdy likes a fight, but there's, she's got standards. 2 cat-fighting young mothers are beneath her efforts, really. Asano, after your balls up in the last shift, Get yourself out there and get your hands dirty and take a Shiro with you. And don't show your face if you don't succeed, because I've had it with you, love. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Shelley. Welcome. Oh, hang fire. We've got action here. Stolen property in the warehouses. Oh, a suspicious item as well. A strange box. It's got to be a bomb, just like in the movies. It's a parcel for your neighbour. Get lost. I'm not going to that. A man who declined to give his name said that Mary Hinojosa is keeping some stolen jewellery in a storage unit. She just went there with something else she recently stole, but she's armed and dangerous and she doesn't like handcuffs. I see. Right, Gibbo, get back on the job. But at first you don't succeed, try again. Take Austin and leave Spain here with me, please. Take Obi with you as well, and take Anderson. Yeah, that'll do. Redeem yourself.
311A.
Fight. Did she do it? Did she do it? Oh, she's finally redeemed herself. Thank the heavens she's not completely useless.
1211.
Box of junk, of course it was. Right, let's get ourselves rocking and rolling. Purdy, teaming up with Officer Spain. There are certain jobs you don't send newbies to. And as much as she wants to blood Zaki and Shiro in, she doesn't want to risk coming a cropper. So we'll take the usual suspects to see if we can nab ourselves a suspect here. Donny Hustard was walking in the evening with a friend and noticed that someone or something was watching them. I only saw the silhouette, but it seemed like a monster. It's a scarecrow. I'm not going to that either. Well done. Gibbo will forgive you. And you found some stolen property as well. Very good indeed. Yeah, we're not going to that suspicion. It's a scarecrow. Of course it is. Wrong place. Don't worry. He can't escape us for long.
311A is from.
Fight in the park. A young couple was strolling through the park hand in hand, talking nicely between themselves when up ran a young man in a leather jacket, snatched the girl from the hands of her boyfriend and started yelling loudly at her like it was some kind of argument. Okay. That sounds pretty real to me. Sounds pretty real. Hang fire. Hang fire. There's a fight to be had.
1210 complete.
A scarecrow. What did I tell you? Scarecrow in the field. Before we go to get the property, let us just go sort this out. Purdy's after some action now. And this is the kind of call that you could blood in some of the youngsters. Right, induction you say? Azaki, come with me. Was it a rare crow? Could well have been. City Hall, let's request officer. Let's request two things. Not be greedy. Child molestation. We'll check those out.
210 in progress.
Only 3 frames.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Hang fire, hang fire. Purdy never calls for backup here. She never calls for backup. What the hell's going on? Purdy? Don't tell me Prado's been rubbing off on you. Oh no! Oh sorry. What's that, Purdy? Oh, she's not calling for. She can handle it. She can handle it. Oh, she just wants to ensure that Ashiro joins in the induction as well. I see. I see. She just wants to ensure. She just wants to ensure that Ashiro is not missing out on the fun. Yep, we'll send him right away. We'll send him right away. No problem. No problem. She's got it under control. She just wants the newbies to learn, you see. Oh, disorderly conduct. Holy cow. We received a complaint about noise coming from a restaurant. It's the 5th day of a damn wedding. And they're still at it. Noise, shouting, swearing, foreign music. Wilted flowers on the windowsill. Of all the crimes, the wilted flowers are obviously the worst of the lot. Is this a real job? Are you serious? Are you serious? Gotta get to this job before the shift closes at 2 o'clock.
311A complete.
And the induction was carried out successfully. Oh, I'm not messing with it again. Hopefully the next track will be a bit softer. They've all got different levels of music.
210 complete.
Very good as well. Well done. Well done. So Gibbo, you've redeemed yourself there. And finally, to finish the shift off in style, Fender Court as well. Very good. Well done. Case closed. Ooh. Does that mean that we can now nab? What does that mean? I think the next day, maybe the next day we can start to investigate the head honcho. Well, not a bad shift, team. Not a bad shift. Well done. Day 101. 59% of Freeburg parents use physical discipline. 14th century wine barrel found in city dump. Controversial artist Sigmund Hammerling commits suicide. Sad news indeed. I liked his sculptures. Didn't come into work today. Didn't come into work today. And I was up all night reading a book. And I was climbing stairs and I felt a bit dizzy. I think I might have vertigo. Right, Yancy, come on down. Come on down. Holy hell, what the hell's happening here? What's going on? Despite me telling him no, he's gone anyway. Jack, one of my partners, with whom I have several very large contracts, at the request of his wife, wishes to open a confectionery factory in Freeburg. The problem is that the local stores stock products from the Clementine Burroughs factory, and there's no room for competition in the market. Not that I care about selling fucking candy, but I must demonstrate that I am a reliable business ally. Today, a couple of my best men will burn this factory to the ground, and nobody is going to get in their way, right? Wrong. Mr. Atticus, you are so very much wrong. But please do enjoy your arson spree. Unexpected. Oh, what the hell is happening? Oh no. No, 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 no. Come on. Right, we're gonna buy the silence from her and we're gonna sack him. It's just the way it's gotta be. Purdy? Oh no, come on. Purdy's getting too big for the boots. I can't believe it. Why is she doing this to me? We give her so much leeway. Right. Approved. My raise has been approved and my officer slots have been improved. Jonathan Farl, you shall be very shortly coming into the force. Oh, look at Paul. Oh, I love look at Paul Cook. That is obviously based on somebody. I mean, some of these pictures I think are based on people, aren't they? Both famous and I think otherwise. He's got to be based on somebody. Anyway, Darnell is Shift A. You shall be replacing Darnell, buddy. Oh yes, indeed. And you, Mr. Cook, I like you. I like your look. I like your style. You come to Shift B. Right, Darnell. Afraid to have to tell you, buddy.
More testing.
Shut up, I don't care about the crime on the streets. I've got busy things here happening. Oh, it's going to cost me 12 grand. 12 bloody grand. Yeah, we better make use of the Atticus Core before we start, you know, taking them down for committing arson. Could you just fire for me, please? A problem officer who dared to try to get me in trouble with the old prosecutor's office. Take him down for me, will you? He's surplus to requirements. Right, in the meantime, 12 grand to buy Purdy's silence. Your staff agreed to keep their mouths shut. You're damn right you did, Purdy, because if you didn't, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do, honest to God. Notice how he's being fired and you're still here? Just don't do anything silly again and we can sweep this under the carpet as a misunderstanding. I know you're the head honcho of the shift and you are probably looking out for the welfare of your staff, but just remember who your friends are. Oh, we did need to fire him. I don't care if he keeps his mouth shut. I ain't having a rat in my office. I mean, Purdy we'll have to forgive, but no! Some random new person dares to upset the apple cart? I don't think so. He's going. He's gone. Goodness me, whatever next? An armed assailant entered the Jesus Got You Covered insurance offices and opened fire on everyone inside. One of the secretaries grabbed her phone, hid in a closet and dialed the police. According to her, the man has often come to the office to argue with his agent about his payments. But now it seems he has finally lost his mind. Right. We'll leave Prado out of this one. Robbins, Yancey, Song and Gorbachev. Is that enough? Let's take Truve as well. I think that should be plenty. Some fine officers there, fine officers. Child molestation in the photo studio. Holy hell. Requires 2. Okay. A man has bought in some photographs for development. Family photos from a holiday, usual stuff. But at the end of the reel, the studio found a photo of a naked elderly man next to a girl no older than 13. Okay, so Percy, go take a look. Take Fitzsimmons with you. Probably a false call, but you never know. Could be real. A suicide threat in the entertainment district. Entertainment indeed. Oh, look at that. Underwood and Darnell, the terrible twins. Erin Fredette is terrified that she just met a suicide case. Her face was painted so sadly. It just brought tears to my eyes seeing the poor girl, her whole being aching, stuck in one spot, and unable to move. No, she's one of those artists that freeze in position to get tips, you stupid woman.
4 testing complete.
The massacre was dealt with very swiftly and capably by the force's best. Well done, team.
113.
Attempted carjacking on Fleet Street.
Looks like we have a situation.
Uh-oh. Percy's on the case here, folks. Percy's on the case. The suspect is in the studio, the photo studio, standing with his back to the door, and he's telling the employee to hurry. Yeah, Percy's not happy. He's a laugher and a joker when it comes to certain things, but this is no laughing matter. You, outside, now.
613 complete.
And then I'll leave it up to your imaginations what happened next. But suffice to say that he is locked up in cuffs and coming down to the station for questioning.
411.
Right, I think we need some more detectives on the case here. These are all going to be at home. So we'll have a Beasley on there, we'll have a Soap on there. And on this one, we shall have a Moser. And we shall have an... no, we want to have Moser, because I think we're going to have another case in a second, so... we'll take you two. And if we go to the gangs, we should be able to investigate the big guy now, yeah. Let's get the lead on the case, let's get him on the case. And it was a professional mine, as we thought it would be. What's this? Stepping out for a smoke break, a convenience store owner saw a hooded figure around the corner ducking into a car. At first the store owner didn't think anything of it, but then the car alarm went off. Could be false. Terrible twins. Go check it out. Go check it out. Ooh, Sugar Dream Confectionery. Mr. Boyd, I cannot tell you how dear my factory is to me. It took decades to realise my late husband's dream, to fill the city with candy, which any poor man can afford. But I'm sure you don't have time for this. I hear you are a businessman, so I come to you with a business proposal. Save my factory, and you will take a share in our daily profits.
10 in progress.
Yes, ma'am. Percy, go have some sweets. Go have some sweeties. And make sure
311
everything's above
in
board.
progress.
Cut all the profits. Sounds like a perfect opportunity. What the hell is happening here? Okay. Respectable woman let out a squeaky scream, then a roar. Right in front of her, a crazy guy in acid-washed pants sat down to eat pieces of his own shit, while he gave the terrified woman a silly smile. What? What on earth? You two?
113
Go check that out. I don't know what it's about, but just go check it out, please. Oh my god, how this made me feel bloody ill. It's a good job I've had my dinner today, isn't it? I had my dinner before the stream. Oh my god. There's a fight at the cemetery. The gravedigger at a funeral struck the grieving father with a shovel. Oh dear, you can't be doing this kind of thing. You can't be doing it. Let's take the two big boss people, the three stripers of the shift. Let's go take them to, yeah. This is going to require a bit of tact. It's a funeral, you know what I mean? Go sort it out. The gravedigger struck the struck one of the congregation, one of the mourners, with a shovel. What on earth? The factory is saved! I knew you were a good man! Where's my money?
210.
Oh dear. We've made a terrible mistake, apparently. Oh dear, oh dear. Did we assist the rival company by mistake? Oh, my heart bleeds. Oh, it wasn't his own feces. It was some Japanese sweets. Easy mistake to make. What?
311A complete.
Okay, so everything was smoothed over. The shovels were put down. The man was taken away, and other members of the family had to fill the grave in themselves. But hey ho, crisis averted. Oh, excuse me. Oh, homicide at the Johnson, Jurgen and Katz law firm. Emilio Montes Medrano, chief suspect in the murder of his wife and her parents, was released on bail and was discussing his defence with his lawyers, preparing for the upcoming hearing. The meeting quickly descended into controversy, and they'd been shouting at each other for a long time. And suddenly, Mr. Medrano ran out of the conference room, only to return a few minutes later with a gun. Shot one of the lawyers in the head. Yeah, that's quite dangerous, isn't it? It's quite dangerous. Robbins, Yancey. In fact, let's just hang fire. See if we, yeah. See who else we get back. We need some more able people here on the case. Right. And we've got a massive fight as well. So we can't take all of the. goods. So we've got the two fighters here. And we'll split up. Take you two as well, and that's as much as we're going to be able to give you, I think. And for that one, Freiburg, capital of crap, apparently, throwing corn cobs, and a fight has broken out. Right, well, the rest of the team are going to have to go to this fight without the SWAT team, but with the paddy wagon. So we're kicking off two big jobs here, folks. Two big jobs. Two big jobs. We wait with bated breath.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Situation here. This is Robbins and Yancey's job, I think. Here's Medrano, standing in the conference hall, armed with a gun, his back to the door. Two men are pushed into the corner, and he's holding them at gunpoint. Two people are on the floor. One isn't moving, the other is groaning and holding his stomach. Quite the scene to walk into, I would, you know. Wouldn't wish it upon anybody. Taser, taser, taser! Strike while the iron is hot! Don't give him a chance to shoot again! Bzz, ooh, and down he went. Whew. Simple as that.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
We need assistance. This is a bigger fight than we anticipated. Prado, Chanel, get cracking over there. Come on. Yeah, if in doubt, violence is the key. Taser, tear gas, baton, dead chicken, whatever you can get your hands on, really. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, that's close. A group of 10 students went into the woods to camp for the night. They set up tents, made a fire, roasted marshmallows over it. Very delicious and such a serene moment. They were even drinking alcohol and singing songs. The perfect scene, I'm sure you'll agree. But around midnight they were suddenly attacked by a large man with a bag on his head, wielding a hatchet. Oh hell. It's a prank. We can probably afford to send cops to this though. It's probably a prank actually. It really is a prank. 3 new frames. 3 new frames. 3 new frames.
311 complete.
Massive fight dealt with. And no Purdy in sight. No Purdy in sight. Gorbachev, he was in there, you know. Even Prado got stuck in. A rarity. Right, we can actually investigate these now so that we're prepared, ready to launch our attack tomorrow. So, let's go through the cases. First of all, we have the double homicide escape from custody. 6 frames for 4 slots. We've got enough. Right then. So this is a double homicide. Let's have a look. David's escaped from Diamond Dog's prison. The prison is an impregnable fortress, so they concocted a devious plan and poisoned David's mother, who he despised. She spent several months... Oh, Diamond Dogs! Yeah, flippin' hell. Hang fire. Oh, no, we've still got a bit more. I thought that was the last track. We've got one more track after this. Then after her death, he was allowed gravesite visitation for a month. Okay, gravesite visitation. David displayed exemplary behaviour, and because these visits always went smoothly, the number of guards accompanying him was reduced from 8 to 2. Too many guards there, and there's 3 there, it's too many. So it's surrounded by high fences. The gravesite itself is physically impossible to approach by car, as the way through the graves is too narrow. Mrs. Douglas was buried a good 10-minute walk from the cemetery. Escape was going to be risky. They decided to Kester would enter the graveyard to motorcycle. Carrying a gun with a silencer. I hope the guards wouldn't have time to react and wouldn't notice a suspicious sound of the approaching motorcycle. Kester would rush them at full speed and shoot them before they had a chance to recover from the surprise. You managed to shoot one of them, so to improvise. Either way, you overwhelm the guards and got them out safely. Right, okay. Hellfire, this is quite complex. So, graveside. He comes on his bike, shoots one of them, rush them at full speed, had to improvise, shoot the other one maybe? Very good. Former military, former stuntman and former actor at the Scottish Theatre. How very strange. Okay. So that's him sorted. Let's have a look at this. Child molestation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perhaps not. And smuggling we only have 3. Okay. Ooh. Not enough cops.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Oh, we were literally about a second away from having officers back to support here. This is not a practical joke, as we thought it might be. And we're calling for assistance. We're 6 men short. I just really don't think it's worth it, to be honest with you. I do not think it is worth it. No. We'll have to retreat. We shall have to retreat. I'm not going through this whole melodrama again. Double thinking things and just dipping my toe in the water. The odds were obviously not very good there, surely. But yes, you say it's one madman. I agree, but no. If Robbins and Yancey are asking for backup, then it's obviously not a straightforward job. They don't ask for backup lightly, and we'll have to heed their warning. It's painful, though. But better a civilian dead than a police officer, right? Of course. End the day. Additional tax for radio stations. Tainted blue velvet party cookies can cause convulsions. Study finds stray dogs more dangerous than sharks. Well, the old police dogs are called land sharks. I drank to... Just correct me if I'm wrong here. This is the second day that this has happened now, is it not? Because if it is, I mean, I can allow people to have one day off for being drunk, you know? But, not two. Not two. Yes, you can go home, but you're fired. Sorry about that. Oh, it's Cook, look! Good old Cook's on. The Dumb and Dumber duo is getting separated. Yes, it is. We can't have people taking the mickey here, you know what I mean? Cannot have it. Right. New music maestro, I think. Hang fire, folks. Hang fire. No. Guess the soundtrack, people. It sounds very much like Shogun, doesn't it? It sounds very much like a sort of Japanese style, but it's not. Oh, JJ, you're too good. You're too good, man. It's the Blood and Wine soundtrack. Last year, we actively fought against unregistered business activities and grey companies who shamelessly used loopholes in the law. We've tightened some rules, making it more difficult for fraudsters to rent business premises and import goods into the city. Of course, he immediately became outraged and threatened to form a protest under the windows of City Hall. We must teach these parasites to respect the law. Permission for the use of force is granted. 6,800 for our share. Here is a sweet gift, says Clementine Burrows, fully intending to make a pun out of it, I'm sure. Oh, Mazza. Mazza. Stung to death. For those of you that have just joined us recently, Mazza was stung to death by 1,000 bees. Of all the ways to die in this game, stung to death. I kid you not, I'm serious. Right. How do we go to this job? Right. Around 80 entrepreneurs. Rogers is a business killer. Placards. Placards are waving. We've got to do this. But we're not sending any fine officers. Officer Cook! Officer Cook! Get yourself in there, Sonny Jim. You look respectable. You look like you can talk down people. He reminds me of somebody. I don't know who it is, but he's got a face that which reminds me of somebody. We'll take our snitch as well. And we've got to have some leadership there. Scanlon. And Ovi. Enjoy. And remember, folks. Remember. No violence. Because whatever the mayor wants, we do the opposite, yeah? No violence. The mayor is acting illegally in the interests of his friends from the major corporations, which are literally destroying our community's small businesses. Many of his initiatives are contrary to federal law, and if the police end up using force, then you'll be the one that takes the rap. You better cover your ass in case things get ugly. So so we're basically covering ourselves if we use force to stay in the good graces of the mayor. Well, quite frankly, my dear, I don't give two craps what the mayor thinks, and we are not using force, so we do not need to pay. Because we ain't using force.
311
No siree. Right, let's get ourselves on the case. Purdy and Spain always go to these jobs. We do not need a SWAT team to take down a double homiciding, escaping from custody madman. It's Purdy. She don't need SWAT. Nah, does she hell? Does she hell?
1312 in progress.
Okay, we've got a fight in the Freiburg High School. Hey, you fat cow, where's your udder? Yelled Miguel Marquinos to Emma Hadzig as she passed by his table with her lunch tray. A fight in a school. Right, the two newbies can deal with this. Go sort out these idiots. Teachers can't take control of the kids. We'll show them how it's done. Use force if necessary. Yeah, we won't use force against peaceful protesters, but use force against kids in a canteen. Yes! Police impersonation. An admission from God. We're not going to do it, but we're certainly going to read it. Suppress the protest by force? No. Mr. Boyd, I have long turned a blind eye to the activities of the Women's Clinic, which in essence is an abortion clinic for sluts. Happily, the management humbly recognised their sin and delivered to our church plenty of the nutrients necessary for the preparation of our divine powder. But recently, the hospital replaced its chief doctor, and he refuses to continue honouring the arrangements established by his pious predecessors. Fortunately, I was able to quickly find an alternate supplier, and our production was not affected. However, this upstart doctor needs to be taught a lesson in Christian humility. Nah. Jezebel Escalante was walking in the park and saw a strange man dressed in a police uniform. He was going around yelling at people, showing them his gun and threatening everyone. He ran over to some dogs and rolled around in the grass. Sounds a bit suspicious. Officer McCoy. Officer McCoy. We've not really seen much of her at the minute, so she's a newbie to the team, I'm sure. I mean, let's see how she cracks on. McCoy, off you go. Start to make a name for yourself, love. You're going a bit too quiet. Right, Purdy, Spain. Got the job done, of course. No problems there. Suspects arrested. Back into custody. Oh ho ho ho, look at this. We are on to the last man. So I think both of these are gang jobs, are they? Oh, we've got... what's this? Smuggling. They're both at home. fine. So that should have us covered when it comes to the investigation work.
311A. Officer, looks like we have a situation here.
Police impersonation. Seeing the police, the man walks up and salutes. The outfit is obviously from a costume shop, but the gun looks real enough. Saluting back. Hello, officer. You are urgently needed down at the police station. I'm afraid it cannot wait.
12.
Yes, of course. Just get in the car here. Just give us your gun as well. Thank you very much. Slap the cuffs on him and poof, off we go. What do we do? Officers don't wear the handcuffs. Shut up. You madman.
1010A in progress.
Okay, and the dinner table bust up in the dining room of the school has been sorted. Couple of school dinner trays to the side of the head was enough to shut them up. City Hall. Eddie's Burgers is hosting the annual Fry Eating Championships. A police presence is required. Anything to do with frying and eating, Officer Cook, rather appropriately named, will be there right away. So we got a bomb threat at the school. Pagan ritual. What? Hello, is this the police? There's a bomb at the elementary school. The person who called in the threat had a high, clear voice, but then there was some interference in the background and the signal was lost. Let's take Gibbo to this one. McCoy's off again. Anderson's off again. And Shiro and Azaki.
911 in progress.
A drug addict at the rehab centre stole an expensive respirator and locked himself in a closet. The nurse tried to reason with him, but he just hugged the apparatus and insisted it was his property. When the hospital employees tried to help him up, he grabbed the knife from his pocket and stabbed one of them in the shoulder. Okay. This sounds like a job for officers that know what the hell they're doing. Stabbing people now, is he? Oh, we'll see about that then. That's who he reminds me of.
1010A.
Bloody Ricky Tomlinson.
911 in progress.
False call with a bomb.
911.
The offender was caught in the hospital. Dragged out, unconscious. Let's get some more cops back. Come on.
1111 in progress.
Drug trafficking in the port's usually a big job. And that is a big job. Theft in the mall. A boy who is suspected of theft. I'm not going to a child stealing something at the mall. Are you laughing at me? Stupid idiots. Well, this is a big job, people. This is a big job. Anonymous tip. A large shipment of heroin will arrive at the port. The cargo is well guarded, and the drug runners won't go down without a fight. Third is like rubbing her hands. Won't they now? Well, that just makes it all the more exciting. Let's take the useful officers, shall we? McCoy, you seem to be quite handy. We'll leave Gibbo to... we'll take the newbies as well. Is that enough? It's more than enough. It's more than enough. Oh, Mr. Mayor, looks like you're breaking up. I'll keep it clean.
412C in progress.
Kevin's throat bar. Apparently, a bartender was attacked by a patron. He was refused service because he looked too young. Oh my god. Right, Gibbo, off your tootle. Take care of business. Purdy, don't call for backup now, please. Whatever you do, don't call for backup. We've got plenty of officers there. No need for melodrama here.
1111A.
Drug trafficking. No need for melodrama. No need for melodrama. Heroin found. Very good. And much to Purdy's delight, they didn't give it without a fight.
Here.
There was much fighting indeed, and of course there can only be one winner when it becomes a matter of fisticuffs. Behind the bar is a young guy with a piece of glass in his hand. The frightened bartender is in tears. Oh, this is stern Gibbo, the poor man's Purdy. Hit the man with a nightstick. Perhaps not. We have whiskey in the car.
412C.
Oh dear. She's prone to a wisecrack, it seems. Twice now she's had a bit of a laugh. First time it didn't end so well when the tables got overturned, but there you go. Sense of humour as well. You wouldn't think it looking at her stern face, would you? But woman of many talents. Unlawful assembly. Ooh, wait a second. We have frames here. Lots of frames. And a big job at the casino. Last job of the day, in fact. Let's just quickly take a look. Child molestation. 9 frames. Oops, a daisy. Do we have enough? I'd suggest probably not, because like these two can't be right, so that would leave only 1. Maybe. Looks a bit tight. We have enough. Okay. Okay, so my mother, this is a victim. My mother and I were about to leave when Father Huber came up. He took me into his office and told me to read the sermon. Okay, so that'll be that. On the mount out loud. He bowed his head, sat down, and he put his arm around my shoulders. Then he undid the top button on my shirt. I didn't like it, but I didn't say anything. A little later, he pulled out his camera and began to take pictures while I read. Then he put the camera away and began unbuckling the belt on his pants. That's when I ran away. Okay, there may be some more to this. There may be some more clips to this. Okay. I do not like this man very much. Oh hell, I do not like this man very much at all. Purdy, go kick his ass. No need for swat. Just beat him. Beat him black and blue. Unlawful assembly. The rest of the team, led by good old Gibbo here, gonna go to the unlawful assembly, which will require the entire team, just to be on the safe side. No, we'll leave 2 behind, just in case. Scanlan, we need some leadership just in case. Oshiro and Azaki. There we go. Come on, be the right place. Be the right place. Kinda can't go to the second job, can we? Or can we? Could double hit it. Just in case. Yeah, well, ooh. It's a bit risky, but it'll be a double hitter, just in case. That is quite low professionalism to do that, I think. Just gotta hope that Purdy and co have gone to the right job. Ideally, I want Purdy to smack him about, you know? Can't trust the other team to do that. No! Damn you! Man! Never mind. End of the day. On a bit of a sour note. 1300 professionalism. Look at that. The police station will never like us. We are too harsh. Oh, did we sack out? We didn't sack what's his face? Didn't we sack Darnell? I thought we sacked him. What's going on? We fired his ass. We didn't sack Revet, no, I forgot to do that, but Darnell, the snitch. No, it can't be right. Oh, Salary, that can't be right, because he was on Purdy's team, wasn't he? I've got a nice little income now from my sweetie factory. We like that very much. We've lost the Atticus. Oh, I reckon because we lost the Atticus core that same day, it didn't take effect, you know. That's what I'm thinking. Possibly. Yeah, look, he's still here. You son of a gun. I have to pull up with your ugly mush. Your ugly snitching mush. Well, I don't now because he didn't turn up to work, did he? He didn't turn up to work. So why can't I fire him? He didn't come to work, he's just not turned up. He's not going to prosecute us, is he? He can't be, because we bought the silence, right? This is very strange. It's almost like he's doing something, but because we can't fire him for not turning up, so it's like he's doing something else. What on earth is happening? Not a clue. Right. Child molestation requires 2 very good officers because we don't have the lead detective, but we should still be okay if we take the entirety of the team. We're a bit short on staff here. Farty McDuck will always be there. A crazy man in a clown suit stopped a bus and threw a grenade inside. Okay. Oh, we've lost him. Where's Gorbachev? Where's Son's teammate Gorbachev when you need him? Take fresh-faced Petska instead. What on earth is happening now? A fight? In a residential area. 6 drunks had a few too many and started fighting. One of the men pulled out a bottle of liquor and smashed it on the pavement, stabbed his former companion with it. The police are on the line with retiree Georgina Miller, who is watching this unfold right outside her front window. Okay, let's go deal with that as well. Oh yeah, you have little faith. Okay, so a smuggling gang leader. 6 frames for 4 spots. Do we have enough? I think we may do. I think we may do. Look at that! Oh my god, 3 places! It's luck of the draw, isn't it, now at this point? What else do we have? Pagan ritual. Oh, that's the big one. That's the big one. Charlene. Charlene. Okay, so thankfully he wasn't a gang leader, was he? He wasn't a gang leader. No, it was just that was just a random job. That was the start to take down the church. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'd have loved to have taken down the church. Oh man, the one job we failed. The only, we've done that many times, taking officers without the SWAT team. And that's the first time that's happened. Oh, this game is really kicked us in the ass many times, hasn't it? Kicked us in the gonads. The children are crying, but quietly sitting in the bus. There's a man in a clown suit giggling outside. If in doubt, taser, taser. We ain't here to mess around now. We are not happy after what's just happened. Cannot believe it. Fuming. Oh my god, a man has nicked a monkey from a zoo. I don't believe it. I do not believe it at all.
1210 in progress. 911.
Another man in a clown suit. What is it? National Clown Day today? Presented the cashier with a check for $250 billion and demanded that they cash it. Is that a real job? Where's his... Oh, his teammate is off. Is off. Is that a real job? Suspicious individual in the vegetable shop. No, that's not a real job. See you later, Ollie. Right, smuggling. Robbins and Yancey are going to have to book their ideas up here. This is a gang leader, cannot afford to screw this up. What? Fortune Bank. 5 armed robbers broke into the bank and demanded access to the safety deposit boxes. The manager agreed after they shot one of the customers in the leg. Hostages still inside. Very, very dangerous. Gonna have to go without SWAT, no less. The man in the clown suit was a famous performance artist, Sigmund Hammerling, who we read about in the paper. It was a warning that the financial system is on the verge of collapse. Thank you for wasting police time, buddy. Thank you. Wrong place. So we've got his apartment house. Or the vets. I bet he's at the vets, isn't he? It's probably the least likely place that it would be. Well done. Right, get yourself to the vets, come on.
412A in progress.
Fifth Leg Animal Clinic. We'll catch this bugger. 40 grand. Relies upon it.
1011B in progress.
Terrorism on the... Oh my god. Terrorism. And assault. In Atticus Tower, no less. Okay. I mean, insurance companies are scam artists, aren't they? Come on. A woman there, she's angry. She's shaking a fish. She's bounced one of the agent's heads off the table. Is that a crime? Or is that what they flipping well deserve, these insurance people? Percy, go show some leniency with this woman. She's doing the world a favour. Yes, he was at the vets. Robbins and Yancey managed to do something right today. We will have to forgive them for their slip-up, although it was a very big slip-up. Case closed. Gang leader caught. Gang? Pfft. Give me my money. You destroyed the Keylesses. 45 grand in your hand. That takes us over the amount that we need for our retirement. 520 grand. Let's just retire now. Jack, let's just pull the plug. Pull the plug. We've seen enough of this crime on the streets. Enjoy your retirement, man. Okay, so apparently there's a potential terrorist threat here. We'll send everybody. Nah, that's a false call. That if ever I've seen one. It's probably the bloody cemetery man. What's he called? The groundskeeper.
311B
Massive fight, however. Oh, good. Percy sorted it out. I hope you were lenient with the woman. You know what I mean? What did I tell you? Be very lenient with her. It is a crime, but we're just gonna ease her into the car, drive her around the corner, and then let her go. No charges, yeah? Very good. Insurance people. Damn con men and women, all of them. Massive fight, we're not getting any staff back. Caught the offender at the terrorism job. Was a local told you it was the bloody groundskeeper. Oh my god, massive fight. Oh, we can't send 2 people to a massive fight. Nah.
311 complete.
People dead. What can you do? Our resources were stretched thin. Very thin indeed. Right. Well, all in all, I won't say it's a bad day. Look at the difference in numbers. Look at that. Where are my staff gone? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Study. Drunk people are more attractive. Oh, that's 3 days in a row now that he's not come to work. I'm not having this. Oh my god, how many people are failing to turn up? Purdy, what has happened to your shift? 3 people! Give me here, get me here right now. I'm not having this. Revik, taking a damn mick. You're fired! Fire his ass! Now that we're over 520,000, I think now would be a good time to... Have we tried to... Yeah, you know what, let's try it. Send your staff for an informal outdoor party. Can we... Oh, the current shift... Can we send 3? Let's send some of our seasoned veterans. Actually, spread them out thinly in case they don't turn up back to work. So we'll send one of the experienced members, Austin. You've done a good job. We'll send one of the middle of the road, Scanlon. Yeah, not too bad. And then we'll send one of the newbies to bond with the cook. He can do the cooking. You see. That'll do. Right. Enjoy your barbecue, right? And tell people that we're a soft touch now. Ooh, better share of some coin. Going soft in his old age, throwing barbecues. Whatever next? Whatever next, right. Prostitution, apparently. In the suburbs, no less. A swanky mansion is home to a luxury brothel. Not a Playboy mansion, is it? The girls there are top class and the booze is excellent, but the prices are astronomical. They really need to lower them a bit. Where's Percy when you need him? Is this a real job? Is this a real job? I mean, prostitution is a thing, right? It is real crime. Cook, you look like you could handle this job. Vasquez, the snitch. We'll take Scanlon. We need some leadership here. Anderson and Obi. And a paddy wagon. You're not having a SWAT team for some prostitutes, I'm afraid. No. Diamond Dogs again. Oh my god. It's all kicking off here. Javier Forte leaves prison to date a free man. Spent 15 years on death row for the murder of his girlfriend, but new evidence has come to light and he's free. A crowd have gathered outside because they disagree with the verdict to give the man a warm welcome. Oh, that's bad. Oh, and there's a fight as well. We're going to struggle to go to both of those, I'm afraid. Unless these guys come back pretty swiftly. Prostitution. Dealt with tactfully. Alcohol found as well. Now rush back to the station, please, because we have a very urgent job to deal with.
412A is
And
progress.
an assault as well. A man throwing empty sports nutrition cans at the pharmacist. Unruly little so-and-so. Okay, well this is obviously a Purdy job, a fight. But there's also a mass riot as well. What does she prefer? Holy cow, we're in trouble here. We're in trouble here. We're in trouble. She's going to have to go it alone. There's lack of cars. That looks a little bit light on the ground to me. Seven seconds, 7 seconds. There is no backup for anybody. Oh, the SWAT team didn't work. Oh my god. Oh dear. Woman being molested on a bus. That's gonna have to let, we're gonna have to let that one slide.
610 complete.
Thankfully nobody was killed. Just an escaped offender. Right, extortion at the mall. This is the job that Purdy's gone to. The entrance is blocked by tough looking bikers. Come on, cops. Come on. Come on. Purdy just ambles up nice and calmly. What are you looking at, pig? Look at the state of you. Poof! Give a good old whack. Cross his helmet. Put him on notice. Who's next? Someone from the crowd begins to scream hysterically and attacks the bikers with a knife. Oh, she's a hand-to-hand combatant, but I don't like this because we're understaffed. So if we pick the wrong option, it's going to cause issues. Right, before Purdy had opportunity to grab the man with the knife as she's on this melee and this mass brawl, Spain decides to take the initiative and fire shots into the air as a distraction technique. If we give Purdy a bit of a shock. And then she resumed normal service. Straight back in there, grabbing people up and whacking them with a stick. And the bikers were left in a pile on the floor. Big pearly bikers. Tamed like little pussycats. Look at them, 4 of them. 4 of them. You just have to be there to believe it, to see it, to witness it. 4 officers, big crowd. Bikers, shoppers, big melee, and just 4 officers. No SWAT teams, no nothing. Dealt with so efficiently, so professionally.
910A is
She's a
progress.
one-man SWAT
412A.
team, I'm telling you. Sano and Gibbo dealing with a little upstart at the drugstore. what you get for buying for buying cheap crap. Buying the unbranded stuff, you see. Try to save a coin or two. And the mass riot. Dealt with. Well done. Even though we forgot to put the SWAT team in. We didn't need the SWAT team. Again, another proficient, effective performance. Hello, Kirindus, welcome. Attempted robbery. We have no staff for this at all. Oh, that's a lie. Purdy's returned. From one job to another. In the middle of a party at Charlotte Kiesler's house, some armed men stormed in and demanded that the guests hand over their jewellery and guide them to the safe. A security guard then opened fire, and the suspects have retreated to the garage. So straight back from a big fight with some bikers, Purdy barely has time to draw a breath, and another job, and back out the door again. Meanwhile, on the beach, Mrs. Carzola saw a half-naked man suffocating a girl in a bathing suit. Now, I highly doubt he's suffocating her. I would probably guess they're up to no good. Public indecency is probably my thinking here.
We've got a situation here.
Attempted robbery in the suburb. Purdy and Co. turn up. 3 security guards with guns are set up on the garage and are preparing for an assault. Apparently the armed robbers have taken an elderly woman hostage. Step aside, she says to the security guards. The professionals are here. We want our freedom! Give us our freedom and we'll let this old crone go! I'll give you one warning. And we'll warn you now. Look at this option. Push 2 women into the garage so that one's already there won't get bored. You're surrounded. Oh. Was it? You're surrounded by armed bastards. I'm sure that's a quote from Life on Mars. Yeah. Release the hostage and come out with your hands up. Because if I've got to come in there, you'll be sorry.
910 complete.
One of them. Hang on a second, boys. Hang on a second. That sounds like that Purdy woman, you know. I've read about her. She comes in here, we're screwed. Okay, we're coming. We're coming. Sorry, I was just googling the quote. It was Life on Mars. Child abuse in the residential area. Mrs. Magat was looking through her peephole and saw her neighbour beating his daughter on the doorstep. I'll shove those headphones straight up your ass. Let's take Gibson and Anderson. See what Gibson makes of this. Oh, massive fight at the soccer stadium. Why is there always a fight at the bloody stadium? What kind of bloody sports do they... Oh! Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Not murder. And not hanky-panky. Okie dokie. Well done, Gibbo and Anderson. Well done indeed. Right, is this another job for Purdy? She's been very busy today. Big fight at the stadium. During the match, some fans in the visitor section threw a fried pig's head onto the field. Oh, hell no. We ain't throwing pigs' heads onto my football pitch. Oh, hell no. Let's go. What's it take for captain? King Louis nightclub. A shooting. Someone at the club opened fire on the DJ because he refused to play a track they requested. Now there's a stampede and a gunfight. Right, Scanlon is in charge, but Asano will no doubt be calling the shots.
Officer on scene.
When the police showed up,
Situation.
many of the fans fled. A few dozen people remain in the stands, fighting each other to the death whilst the pig's head looks on. Take the fried pig's head home with you. Oh yeah. Tasers at the ready. Purdy doesn't use tasers when she doesn't need to. Ordering the troops. Surround. We're going in hot. Draw your batons and get ready for some violence.
311 complete.
And there was much violence, much waving of sticks, much whacking of legs, and order was restored. And they come back feeling rather smug and pleased with themselves. Purdy had a right old day. She's gone to some right scuffles today. Meanwhile, offenders were caught here in the club. The stampede was over. The music was... They pulled the plug on the music. And got the job sorted. Very good. Very good indeed. I give people a barbecue. At least give me one green thumb. I'm doing my best here. City Hall cuts Broadville asylum funding. Man in open field frightened to death by scarecrow. Yeah, we remember that. Chinatown dormitory overcrowded. Another one to come to work. Officer Farr, I think he's a newbie. Don't recognise the name, so that's good. First day on the job, I can't be bothered. What is going on?
Night testing in progress.
$6 grand? I think our shares are increasing in value. We're rolling in money now. Rolling! Roly-polying in money. Money, 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 money. I'll have a look at it first. I wouldn't play it straight away, certainly. But I'll take a look. I've heard it's not as good. I'm thinking it was this that said it wasn't as good, but I'll do my own investigation. Oh, 5 seconds. What the hell is this? Armed robbery. Good way to start the shift. Heavily armed gunmen attacked an armoured truck. Several witnesses heard an explosion. Saw robbers carrying machine guns. Okay. Sounds pretty serious. So we'll send the twins Darnell, it's lucky he's still got a job. We'll send the big boss man, and we'll go with Song and Gorbachev. So, Song and Gorbachev, the twins, and the man in charge. Meanwhile, at the back there's an armed robbery. A gang of masked men, armed with automatic weapons, entered the bank, fired some shots into the air, and demanded the manager open the vault. Oh my god. One of the guards tried to draw his service weapon, but he got shot in the stomach. Okay. This requires our full attention. Very much so. We don't have the SWAT team here, so we'll have to fill it with officers. And now we are in a bit of a pickle.
412A in progress. We've got a situation here.
We got a situation. The armoured truck is lying on its side, smoke rising. Nearby is a black Jeep with no plates. Two robbers loading it with money. Who's gone to this? I've completely forgotten. But whoever's gone. Let's ram it. Ramming speed! The robbers fire as they retreat down an alley and throw a grenade. Holy cow. We ain't chasing people with guns. Take cover! Grenade incoming! It turned out to be a smoke grenade. Meanwhile, the criminals have jumped out onto the road, jacked an old pickup truck, and they're trying to get away. Okay, back into the car! Back into the car! Give chase!
910.
Oh, we caught them. Oh, good me, comedy of errors that could have been, couldn't it? It's a good job it was a smoke grenade, otherwise you'd have all been dead. Well done, Prado, well done. Didn't call for backup, I see. Maybe you are turning a corner after all this time.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
This is quite serious. We are 3 officers short. They're asking for 5 in backup, and we're a SWAT team down. I mean, I'm no psychic, but this doesn't look very promising, and I think we're going to have to retreat. We're going to have to retreat here. This is a serious, serious situation. There are people here I wish not to see the demise of, namely Robbins and Yancey, and even Percy. It would be quite devastating, so we're going to have to pull out. Armed robbery, pull back, much as it pains me.
910.
People will die. Yeah. People will die.
in progress.
Assault in the cafe and a massive fight. Massive fight. Oh dear. Scientists. This is real. Jose Sugg. I was just trying to get to know a pretty girl and I gave her the coolest compliment in the world, but she just went crazy and beat me so bad she mangled me and ruined my perfect face. Go sort this dribbling mess out. He dares waste our time. Okay, massive fight. Scientists marching, and then religious fanatics came out and have caused a riot scene. A riot scene. Right, this is going to require quite a few of us. We'll take all of the fighters, the movers and the shakers. Still 4 short.
412 412
But I'm sure they can handle it. What's this? Meng Cheng on an assault at Atticus Towers. Dr. Graham was attacked by a patient. Pinned him to the floor and is slapping him in the face. I'm afraid that the doctor might have an asthma attack. What is this? Oh, we're assisting somebody get rid of some luxury stolen cars? No, thank you.
1411 in progress.
Abuse of emergency services in Chinatown. We may get there, we may not get there, because we have an assault to deal with. Somebody being slapped in the face and somebody having... This sounds like a job for Percy to me. Percy, go make sure that man does not have an asthma attack. The guy offered the girl a quickie and got slapped in the face. Too right. Isn't a slap still an assault though?
Trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
Gonna have to send. Gonna have to send. Even this could still be. Oh, this is tough. This even this could still be a tricky situation here. We're still 4 officers down.
712 in progress.
Oh, hellfire! Hellfire! Abuse of emergency services in Chinatown. Once again, retiree Yang Hu complained to the police that a local restaurant is preparing its dishes incorrectly. Okay, that's a false call.
1411, 412A complete.
Really? It was a real job? Well done, Percy. Well done, Truve. Well done indeed. Right.
311, 311.
Massive fight. Dealt with. The backup seemed to have worked. So it could have been a sticky situation. Could have been very sticky indeed. An abduction. Suspicious looking black man sitting in a van next to a little white girl. That's obviously a false call. Somebody getting ahead of themselves. Bit of a racist maybe.
712 complete.
Adoptive father. Go figure. Right, we have the full team back for a massive fight at the hospital. A guy tried to sneak into the doctor's office without waiting his turn. A few people who were waiting in line decided to punish the bastard. And a fight broke out. Right. Let's send the competent fighters then, shall we? And throw in maybe one more for good measure. Yeah. Should be more than enough. More than enough. Yeah, the caller was harassing the police. So she was the suspect. Yeah,
In progress.
if that's we'll nab her another day, I'm sure. She'll ring again, no doubt. Claiming that aliens are landing.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
Massive fight with chairs and stools and stuff. Look at that, like I've seen out of the WWE. Put the chairs down, you fools!
311 complete.
Oh dear. Can you just imagine that? Walking into a hospital, people fighting with chairs. Now a mass riot in the theatre.
Progress.
Naturally. The rules of the game. A premiere. However, the audience were outraged at the French film, and so they broke the chairs. More chairs. And now they're threatening to set fire to the cinema. As if, yeah, we don't like this film, so what we'll do, we'll rip the chairs up, and we're going to set fire to this joint. Because that is completely reasonable. Completely reasonable. Let's send the terrible twins in. We'll leave Percy and Petska, the two P's, Percy and Petska. They've been on a couple of jobs before. I mean, Petska's moving up through the ranks quite stealthily. 20 jobs, only 2 failed assignments. Whereas Percy is kind of stagnating, isn't he? He doesn't seem to be moving up the ranks very quickly at all. Explosion! Smoke is rising from an apartment building. Residents are running out onto the street. Some are saying that suspicious foreigners live in the apartment. Oh dear. Right, let me just quickly reply to a message. Okay, so we need to go and assist here, if only to evacuate people. So, yeah, well, Percy and Petska, good old PP, you go and help. Truva, you go and help. And then, I mean, obviously Prado will have to organise the evacuation. This doesn't require fighters, just requires some organisation. I'm sure we've got this. Okay, maybe a couple more. He's cautious, just to be able to help as many people as possible escape this towering inferno. Right, sorry, I'm trying to think of something here.
Officer on scene.
The apartment is filled with smoke, the walls covered in soot. In the centre of the room stands a man in a dirty white coat. And around him are scattered odd pieces of a complicated device. Seeing the police, the man begins to explain incoherently that he's almost finished work on his elixir of youth. So you have almost killed people for your stupid experiments? Just take this man away. Take him away. Two peas in a pod, indeed. Well, they did a successful job. Not that it was down to their expertise or anything. Far from it, I'm sure. Ooh.
Mr. Boyd, Kevin Paulson is here. He wants to talk.
Kevin Paulson. Tell him to fuck off. Jack Boyd, super cop.
Why the $500,000, Jack? Why?
Lana, what happened?
Does this sum have some kind of special meaning?
Lana, I don't know who told you about the $500,000, but it's much more complicated than you think.
Oh, it's complicated, all right. It took me an hour to go over all the documents. There's even a few pictures and a lot of answers. Except for one thing. Why $500,000?
What documents? How did you get them? What's in them?
I think you know very well what's in them, and the one who sent them is obviously a big fan of your criminal talents.
Criminal?
He even has a cute name for you. Cupcake.
Remember when you told me how you're always surrounded by old men? I'm the opposite. I'm surrounded by children. 9-year-old boys. From their first day of work, they gather in the smoking lounge, telling jokes about what they'll do when they loot their first million. But it's more than just innocent jokes. It's quickly becoming a reality. They themselves are surprised how quickly everything happens. They buy their own houses, they buy a car, they get promoted. The first million is soon followed by a second, a third, a fifth. Like children, they have no idea what they're getting into. But I'm not like that, Lana. I'm not like them.
You're saying you're not like them because you're only stealing $500,000?
Stealing?
I only meant
You know,
that...
Jack, I'm done worrying about people not taking me seriously. They'll know I mean business when my first act as public prosecutor is throwing the city's former police chief in prison.
Lana, you can't just read over some papers like this and... I told you not to let him in!
I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd. I tried to stop him, but you know...
Lana, we need to talk.
My money is perfectly legally obtained.
Jack, you're so amazingly patient with people. After all the confusion over the past months, all the humiliations, it's really quite admirable. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. I gotta admit, I'm not nearly so patient.
Send someone in here, now!
I've been thinking, Jack. When I take your place, I'll have a lot of opportunities. For example, I could arrest you. You know it wouldn't be hard to find a reason. You obviously don't want that, right? I don't want that either. Given your reputation, arresting you would make me very unpopular. And if we both don't want that, let's find a way out. My suggestion is you retire tomorrow. And I promise I'll let you leave in peace.
We have our money.
I swear, Jack, if you...
Mr. Boyd, there's a call on line 2. Mr. Boyd, you really have to take this call.
Boyd!
Jack, it's me.
Laura.
Laura?
Jack, I don't know what you wanted to say to me, but please, just say it. Jack, I'm hanging up the phone.
Laura, you... Oh my God, Laura. Hey, you remember years ago? So many years I've lost track, but do you remember when Dylan was down with the chicken pox and he couldn't sleep? We kept him occupied until he passed out, and then we went downstairs, sat on the floor, opened a bottle of wine. Who could blame us? Well, we sat on the floor and opened our bills and joked about how poor we were. Remember? And then I jokingly asked if I'd be your hero if I made $1 million. And you sat there lost in thought like you needed to seriously think about the answer. You were quiet for a while, and then you laughed and said that I'd be your hero even if I only made $500,000. Do you remember, Laura?
Jack,
Do you remember?
Honestly, Jack, no, I don't remember.
You don't remember? But that was...
Jack, you've been chasing me down for so long to talk with me. For this? That's all you wanted to tell me?
How can you not remember? It's important, Laura. It's important.
Goodbye, Jack.
Oh dear. Oh hell.
Mr. Boyd, are you all right?
Uh-oh. Oh dear.
Mr. Boyd?
Huh? What? Dr. Boyd? What the hell is this? Kluczynski. One player mode, single player mode. What? What is this? What is the goal of this game? It's like columns or Tetris, is it? Obviously, I suck at this game. Oh, you're gonna get 4 in a row then. That's the magic number. I was never good at columns or Tetris. You know, it was never my forte. It's quite addictive, this. I'm getting the hang of it now, you see. I know your tricks. Oh, balderdash. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't mean to do that either. Stupid game. Why am I playing this crap? What the hell is it? What's happened to Boyd? Is there a... flipping hell, what's happening here? Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's a good one. Is there a way to escape this? What's the goal? The odd things are viruses you need to make disappear with the right coloured pills. What? Speed, medium, level 1. Virus is 4. I don't like this game. What the hell is this crap? Oh. How do you nab them? Oh my god. Clear the critters with the same coloured pills. Oh, that was a screw up. Well, well, I didn't expect to be doing this, I tell you that much. So we need yellow. Oh, but... dead. bollocks. Oh.
Yes, you caught me again. And again, I promise this is the last time. And now you say again that I've said it all before, but I'm...
Jack Boyd is awake.
Jack Boyd? He opened his eyes? He can talk?
Talking? Yes. More like yelling, trying to escape from his room, brawling with the nurses.
Good heavens. He's a tough son of a bitch.
Oh, he's going to be on a rampage now. Ooh.
Jack! Lord, were you already discharged from the hospital? I thought you might be down a couple of days or even...
Emma, get me the mayor. Emma, please call the mayor of Freeburg, Stuart Rogers.
3114. Connect. It's urgent.
This is Jack Boyd.
Jack, you got to take better care of yourself. How's your...
I'm Freeburg's police chief. I came to work. Stop trying to get in my way.
Someone causing you trouble? We just wanted to make sure somebody was holding down the fort while you were recovering. But don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of everything tomorrow morning. You won't be running into Paulson again.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Glad we understand each other. Tell Martin Stett to call me.
What? You don't know? Lieutenant Stett went missing about 2 weeks ago.
Ooh. Well, well, well. Well, that was a rather crunching sound, wasn't it? And now we come back to the police station have never been happier in our absence. Go figure. Oh, our car's gone a bit kaput and all.
Oh, fuck my life.
Mayoral election is just a play with a predictable ending. But I'll take my place on the stage, if only to show them that the people will find a way to support those who want change, even in a city where everything is controlled by a corrupt mayor. The crooks can falsify the voting results, they can arrest us and beat us, but they cannot silence us. And today, for the first time in many years, we have a chance to make them fear us.
While acknowledging that he himself is the mysterious Robespierre, Eugene Chaffee has also promised that he will accept any punishment for the crimes committed by him and his supporters for minor offenses and street hooliganism. But, in his words, not before the city authorities are held responsible for the dead in our streets and the millions they've stolen. Eugene Chaffee went on to say that this is the worst time.
It's all gone a bit Kaputski, hasn't it? What's happened here? Spain is not coming to work today. She can't even walk straight. You can't walk straight. You can't. So it's the same thing that happened last time, in that everybody has gone to hell. What is this? And 2 promotions to give out. So we've got green backgrounds and we've got red backgrounds. We've got people that are completely buggered. So yeah, it's exactly what happened last time we went missing in action. Right, so I think what we seem to have... oh, it's voting season. Oh, right. Okay, well, now would be a good place to leave off, I think, after what's the developments. And I've got some apple crumble to eat. Apple and cinnamon crumble, which is waiting for me downstairs. And I fancy some of that right now. So, yes, in the next session, which will be next Tuesday or Monday, depending on what's going on, we'll pick things up and have to pick up the pieces once a bloody again and find out what the hell's voting about and try and bumble through the first few days with a shift that looks absolutely knackered. Dear me. So, yes, enjoy your weeks, folks. The next stream will be this weekend. It will be on Saturday, and it'll be Baldur's Gate 2. Because we're back around again to episode 70, so we'll have some Baldur's Gate heading into the Underdark, of all places. So that'll be fun. So hopefully you can join me for that. Yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next stream, see you soon.